It's a wonderful experience to be here today to talk about an incredibly important topic as regards Lagos State Drivers Institute and the professional drivers coming together to build a safer road. I'm Emmanuel Aronsiola. This is Lagos Transportation Agenda, an initiative aimed at mobilizing smooth urban transit and also addressing the city's fast-growing traffic challenges. Alongside with the issue of sustainable fuel solutions, as well as infrastructural upgrades. And also, this program is meant to update you, sensitize you on events, trends in the dynamic world of transportation. Today, we are going to be taking a critical look at the Lagos State Drivers Institute and the professional drivers coming together to build a safer road in Lagos. And our guest today, who will be doing justice to this topic, is by virtue of our position, the General Manager of the Lagos State Drivers Institute, in person of Mrs. TIAMIYU ABIKE AFUSAT. Mrs. TIAMIYU, good to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, ma.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, looking at Lagos as one of the most populous cities in West Africa, but despite that, there are several challenges facing Lagos, and that is why we have some agencies who are in charge of mitigating the traffic challenges on the roads of Lagos. And one of those agencies is this department called Lagos State Drivers Institute. Coming up after this break, Mrs. TIAMIYU AFUSAT will be taking us on a deep dive into the topic. Please stay with us.
Why get stuck in endless traffic when you can arrive at your destination faster, calmer, and completely stress-free? With our reliable ferry service, let's escape the daily Lagos traffic. You enjoy a smarter, smoother way to move across the city. And without worries about where to park your car, because we have a car park. Lag Ferry offers you affordable, safe, and efficient waterway transportation designed to save you time and reduce the stress of daily commuting. Queues, no unnecessary stopovers, and no frustrating delays. Just a smooth ride across Lagos waterways that gets you where you need to be right on schedule. Ready to skip the traffic? Visit lagferry.gov.ng to experience a smarter way to move across Lagos.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is your show, our show, Lagos Transportation Agenda. And like I told you, our guest today is the General Manager of Lagos State Drivers Institute, LASDRI, in person of Mrs. TIAMIYU ABIKE AFUSAT. Right on seat here, Mrs. AFUSAT will be taking us on a deep insight of what collaboration can affect the safer road between the Lagos State Drivers Institute and the professional drivers. So, Mrs. TIAMIYU, can you tell us what is the mandate of the Lagos State Drivers Institute as to the benefit of Lagos?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to appreciate the Goshians and viewers. Lagos State Drivers Institute is one of the agencies under Ministry of Transportation. And you know, the the development agenda of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, Mr. Governor, Mr. Selibu. The first pillar is the transportation and traffic management. Yeah. Fortunately for our agency, we are working under Ministry of Transportation. The mandate of our agency, Lagos State Drivers Institute, with acronym LASDRI, or popularly known as LASDRI. The mandate was to take drivers back to classroom annually for training, retraining, the certification, to ensure road safety. As we all agree that issue of safety is not one man's show, it's a collective responsibility. And if you look at the law says if you want to learn how to drive, you need to go through an accredited, certified driving school. But in our client here, I mean Nigeria, people used to buy their way out. You look at some of these drivers, they graduated from conductor in their garages, push forward, push backward, no formal training, no formal lesson. The next thing is you see them behind the wheel, driving wrongly, thereby creating issues, challenges, incidences, accidents, causing fatality at times, injury, at times they usually damage vehicles because of lack of knowledge. Lagos State Driver Institute is a kind of agency that we are trying to block that leakages. That knowledge gap is what we are covering here. We normally train drivers to improve safety on Lagos Road.
All right. That
is our mandate. And we have been known in the last 17 years. And you can say that what we are doing is having at least positive effects on the attitude of some drivers in Lagos State. Okay. And if you look at the law that set up us, we are restricted to certain category of drivers. Our training is not for all driver driving on Lagos Road. It's for professionals. What do I mean by professional? Those that are earning their living doing driving job.
Okay.
Like my personal driver. In as much as I'm paying the driver, maybe on monthly or on arrangement base, once it's means of sustenance depends on driving, the law says you should pass through our agency here. Furthermore, we have all these commercial drivers, yellow buses, Uber drivers, and we don't do that alone. We have curriculum that we are using to take them to the next stage. Unfortunately, people believe that drivers are just common element in society. And I used to disagree with them that drivers, they are rendering services. They are very, very important. They are germane. Mobility is key. If you want to move from point A to point B, from your origin to destination, somebody must move you.
Yes, definitely.
As a corporate person, you need services of driver. So our mandate again is a driver training, driver retraining, driver education, so that we can get the best from that profession. And to cap it though, driving is a profession. Wow. And drivers are professionals.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I was about asking a question, but I noticed you elaborated more on where LASDRI is focused on, which is solely on professional drivers presently. And I would like to ask, what impact has this recertification and the retraining and what have you that LASDRI is taking upon all these professional drivers, what impact does it have on our roads and even upon those drivers themselves?
Thank you. First of all, you know, I said education is very key.
Very key.
It's very important. And it's only what you know that you can give out.
Definitely.
Majority of these drivers, as I said earlier, they don't have the rudiment, they don't have any basic knowledge of driving at all. Majority of them, they are not professionals, they are not drivers, but majority of them are just vehicle movers. And if a vehicle mover enter a vehicle, you know the consequence will be either he cross the vehicle or got some people kill or damage the vehicle. So our training here has been tailored towards re-educating them. I mean this professional driver.
Okay.
Telling them how to make good use of the road. the infrastructure, because the roads are meant for millions of people to use. Apart from drivers, we have pedestrians, we have passerbys, passengers, we have people that will be sorry, let me pause. No, pedestrian. Apart from driver, we have pedestrians. We have people, workers that will be selling their goods on the road. We have cyclists. We have keke, we have keke maruwa. Okay. So we are directing our training towards changing their mindset, educating them on the importance of safety. Yeah. Because if you think you can just take a vehicle and drive anyhow, it's not only you that you are creating problem for, what of other road users. So the impact of our training is now having ripple effect on those that are come to our training attitude. The attitude starting from the way they talk, if you are doing commercial driving, okay, the way you talk to your passengers, comportment at times. Yeah. When we started this place, we see majority of them coming half naked. Some will put on like a vest. They put on a between slipper, tell you that they are coming for training. I used to tell them, come, you cannot do like this. Driving is a profession. You can never come across a lawyer or doctor or other professional or even teacher dressing to classroom like this. We need to change so many things about driving profession. From then, through the orientation, through continuous training, they are changing. Even their psychology is changing, the perspective. They now believe that the way people used to treat them, people are changing the narrative. If you look at it, you cannot even say you want to take a driver and say you want to pay driver 50,000. They tell you they are a trained driver from Lagos Driver Institute, yes, and you have been informed them that they are trying to render services. So the services should be paid for. Sure. It's not business as usual. I could just collect, engage the driver and be beating the driver from back. No. So all what we are telling them is now having positive effect on them personally, and to their driving. I mean those that are past through us, because I used to tell them that now after the training, we'll be issued what we call Lagos State Driver Recertification Card. That means you are now one of our ambassadors. And you are ambassador of a place, you should go outside and let it reflect in your attitude, your character, your output. So you can now see that some of the people that are passed through, they are now calm behind the wheel, which is now getting accident reduced to minimal level. Issue of accident is a global issue. But at our hand here, we are trying to make sure that anybody that will train didn't get involved in an accident. So it's having positive effects. I can say it categorically here.
Fantastic. Talking about this professionalism and the development in the training aspects, and can you just tell us, are there training modules or courses that different drivers can go for, or is it just a particular training or course that every driver that comes around embarks on?
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
As we speak, we have 3 windows of enrolling drivers for training in the agency.
Wonderful. The
first window is what we call mandatory professional driver training course. Mandatory. That one is just only 7,000 naira. Okay. Because it is highly subsidized by Lagos State government. The training is for all professional drivers. In as much as you are doing driving for a living and you are passing Lagos Road, the law says you should pass through our agency once in a year towards educating yourself, like you can improve yourself as a driver. And the training involves like 3 important topics. The first one is about driver's responsibility. Your duty as a driver to yourself, to the vehicle you are driving, to the driving environment, and to government. It's all encompassing. Then we take you through what we call road traffic signs and markings. Because if you are a driver, you don't know road signs and marking, you are in danger, not only to yourself, to other road users. So that is about mandatory training. Then the second window is what we call rehabilitation training. You know, Lagos State is a law state. We have law that is guiding our movement on the road. So if you committed an offence or infraction on the road and you are accosted by vehicle inspection services or LASDRI and you are fined, the law says you should be sent back to Lagos State Driver Institute for training and retraining program. That one attract only 2 days and the course fee is just 5,000 naira. We take them, yes, we take them through a lot. Okay. We take them through Lagos State Road Traffic Law of 2018. That is where we have penalties and fine. If you ride through obstruction, if you pass through one way, driving against traffic, taking BRT lane is an offence in Lagos State. We take them sanction, we tell them the sanction, the fine, and at times there are some offences that you can commit that you will forfeit your vehicle to government. They won't release your vehicle back to you. So all those are what we normally take them when they come for rehabilitation courses. Okay. It's LASDRI and the vehicle inspector that normally refer them to us here. It's under the law. If LASDRI or VIS are accosted and send them to here, they are doing their legitimate work. It's in the law. Then the last one we call is structured training program. As you said, we have different category of vehicles driven by different category of people. So we normally tailor that kind of training. We call it specialized training program for vehicles like tanker. Okay. You know, the way you are going to drive tanker, truck, trailer is not the way you are going to drive cars and buses. So those ones are specialized courses. So we have our curriculum. And the important thing is that every 2 years, I usually gathered my management, we discussed, then we review the curriculum based on the challenges, based on what is happening in Lagos State. You know, we have to make sure that there is safety of life and property in Lagos. So we sit down, maybe what is happening, is it a tanker that is causing problem? Are they the one driving recklessly? So we tailor our yearly training towards the challenges that is presently happening in Lagos State.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. If not that you just thrown more light or shed more light into this, everybody thinks it is just a one-way traffic, like a one-way training.
No.
Drivers. But no. Now made us understand we have 3 levels.
3 windows, yes. The mandatory, the rehabilitation, and the structure, which is advanced program. And all this training, sir, is not meant for public alone. It's not meant for maybe government alone. It's to public. Commercial vehicle driver. Bank used to come and tell you, Alaja, we want this kind of training for our driver. We package training that will suit the company demand.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for this insight. And as for our viewers, you've all heard from the general manager of LASDRI, as she has taken her time to give us some orientations about what driving school is all about, driving institute for professional drivers. We'll be going on a quick break now, and when we come back, we'll be taking better information from the general manager. Please stay with us. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Lagos Transportation Agenda, and as we all know, the topic we are treating is the Lagos State Drivers Institute and the professional drivers in collaboration to ensure better safety on our roads. And here we have our general manager of the Lagos State Drivers Institute in person of Mrs. TIAMIYU AFUSAT doing justice to the topic. And so Mrs. TIAMIYU, please can you tell us what role is the LASDRI playing on the issue of capacity building for our instructors to ensure proper education for our professional drivers?
Thank you very much. As an agency, we have a program tailored towards educating and building capacity of an instructor, and it's an annual thing. Okay. On March 28 this year, we've done this year one. So once we want to dish out instruction, we must dish out correct instruction. That is why we invited people, professionals, okay, from not even, it's not even about local, it's about international training. We invited them from US, UK to come and take us on advanced training. How are they doing it over there, so that we can inculcate it into what we are going to be taking people here. Things are not the same way. Things are evolving, things are changing. So capacity building of our instructor is very germane to the agency, and we usually do it on annual basis. Apart from that, Lagos State government used to sponsor us. Apart from the one that we are organizing internally here, Lagos State government used to sponsor us to do more training. As we speak, we are even moving to UK by June. Okay. Some of our instructors, they are going there to do training, advanced training, so that Lagos can be getting the best from the agency.
Thank you very much, ma, for your time, and you really done justice to this topic, meaning the issue of LASDRI in collaboration with professional drivers to ensure safer roads. But I would like you to give a general advice to the public on the issue of safety. I learned you made mention that LASDRI Institute is not a card issuing center.
They are not a card issuing center. No.
You don't compromise
at all
training.
Yes.
So now I want you to just give the general public a piece of advice, especially our drivers.
Thank you very much to all our professional drivers outside there. I want to assure you that Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu has given us mandate to take all professional drivers back to classroom. Please come and leverage on our services for you to become a better drivers on Lagos Road. Also, go and renew all your vehicle documents. It's very sacrosanct. Then all our last month officials on the road, obey them. They are your friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That is a wonderful insight from Mrs. TIAMIYU AFUSAT ABIKE, and I want to believe all Lagosians have listened to what she has said, and we enjoyed the episode of this Lagos Transportation Agenda. And I want us to all keep it safe in our hearts that Lagos State Drivers Institute is never a card issuing center. Neither will training be compromised. So bear it at heart and let us all work for a safer Lagos. This is Lagos Transportation Agenda once again. Don't forget, it's your favorite program. I'll see you next week, same time, same station. My name is Emmanuel Aronsiola. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed.